Welcome back, Film Force fans, to another Wiltshire Ranks. Place your bets now. The results are in.
Hey, what's up, Film Force fans? It's Jordan Wiltshire here with a Wiltshire's rant. Now, it's coming up to the end of 2018, so it's time to look forward to the future, 2019, to see what are my most anticipated films of next year, or 2019, if this comes out in 2019. So, this was really hard for me. I didn't want to just choose all superhero films, but there's a lot of superhero films coming out, and there's a lot of big blockbusters, and there's a lot of films that I'm really looking forward to and intrigued by. But if I'm going to be honest, the blockbusters are the ones that I'm most anticipated because they're smaller ones that I'm interested in seeing. But if I don't see them in the cinema, and there's so many honorable mentions. It's just going to be almost a top 20 list. And there's even films that I know will be good, but just don't interest me because I'm not a horror fan. Like It too. I'm sure many people are anticipating that, but not me. It's just I never saw the first It because I'm not a horror fan. I scare so easily. So without further ado, let's start counting down.
Number 10.
Now, number 10 was really hard to choose. There was like 4 fighting for it. I'll mention some of my honorable mentions a bit later. Number 10 is Detective Pikachu. Now, if you'd asked me this at the beginning of this year, are you looking forward to Detective Pikachu? I was like, no. I wasn't a Pokemon fan growing up. I knew about it. Oh, they look cool. I love these little creatures, but I never played it. Partly because my parents would buy me Pokemon cards and I didn't have the money. But I knew about it. I never played the games because my parents didn't buy me a console. They were like, you don't need one, you got a computer. But never mind. But only recently, because of Pokemon Go, I've started getting into Pokemon. I've watched all the animated TV series mostly, and I love Pokemon. But I still wasn't interested in this. I wanted to see Ash. I wanted to see in live action Ash. But they decided to go Detective Pikachu because we all know Ash already. Fair enough. And I still wasn't on my radar. But then I saw the trailer, and man, did this trailer look cool. Yes, Ryan Reynolds' voice threw us all off a bit with Pikachu because that's Deadpool. But it still was hilarious. Charizard was in it. You had Bulbasaur, you had Greninjas, you had all these Pokemon, and it looked so awesome. And it just looked like a world I want to live in. And now I'm really excited about this movie. It's only number 10. Okay, it's not like number 1. I haven't gone mad, but I'm really intrigued by if this movie is successful, we could have a Pokemon live action franchise, and that really excites me with all they can do with Pokemon now.
Number 9.
Is Hellboy. Now you might say that's only number 9, but it's starring David Harbour from Stranger Things. The first 2 Hellboy movies were amazing, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and these ones aren't. But I'm still interested because they're going full R-rated, and it could really be amazing. And I'm so hoping the studios do this character justice yet again, but with this huge, much better, more grown-up rating.
Number 8.
Godzilla, King of Monsters. You might be thinking, is it seriously on your list? I loved Godzilla. Yes, the characters were a bit underdeveloped, but we didn't come to Godzilla for the characters. We came for the monster, and we got it. And then we had Kong Skull Island, and I thought it was a great film. It wasn't an amazing film, but it was a good film. It gave you Kong straight away. You weren't teased, you were given Kong, and you got Kong. And that's what we wanted. And now we're going to get Godzilla fighting Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, 3-headed dragon. It looks amazing. The trailers have got me even more anticipated. It's got a great cast. It's got Millie Bobby Brown again from Stranger Things. Wow, Stranger Things cast are doing well. And I just think this could be so good. And it is also in some ways setting up the next one, which was Godzilla vs King Kong, which I'm even more looking forward to. Although, if he can be the 3-headed dragon, is a giant ape really going to be much trouble? Well, we'll see.
Number 7.
Now, number 7 is Captain Marvel. Now, you might be thinking, Captain Marvel, is this low? Well, there's bigger superhero movies that I'm looking forward to more. And the trailers have done some to get me excited, but haven't been amazing. They've been good, but not amazing. And with it sort of being before Avengers Infinity War, it hasn't got my anticipation so high. It's set before that. So, in some ways, yes, it will have consequences, but we know she gets out alive, so there's no stakes. But I'm still really looking forward to this film, and I'm looking forward to see what Brie Larson does with this character.
Number 6.
Number 6 is Spider-Man Far From Home, and you might be saying, you haven't seen anything from it yet. Well, yes, but with Spider-Man Homecoming doing so well, and yes, technically Spider-Man's dead, but we know this film is set after Avengers 4, so we know something's going to happen. So it doesn't. But this film, Spider-Man Homecoming, was so great, and Tom Holland as Spider-Man was so awesome, and you got Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, a character who so deserves to be in live action, and so I'm so glad I've got a talented actor like Jake Gyllenhaal to play him, and I'm really interested to see what they'll do. And with them going to Europe, it's taking the Spider-Man out of his comfort zone, which I'm really intrigued by.
Number 5.
Shazam! Shazam! Now, Shazam, we saw the first trailer at Comic-Con, and we were like, wait, is this a DC movie? There's humour.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM. You have super strength. You just got.
It looks good. There's humour and it looks good. And it's light. And it's not dark. There's not dark colours. It's not broody. This is a DC movie. Are they okay? But it looks amazing. Zachary Levi looks like amazing Shazam, or Captain Marvel actually. His name is Captain Marvel. Let's not get into that. It just looks so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to this. To have a superhero who's actually a kid, who becomes an adult but is still a kid in that body, it's quite fun. And I so hope this film is good, and the trailer just got me so excited for it.
Number 4.
It's Lion King. The animated movie is my number 1 animated film of all time. There's some that I watch more now, but it's such a special place in my heart. And Lion King, directed by Jon Favreau, looks amazing just from that first trailer. Yes, it looks beat for beat, but I can't wait to see what they can do. With Jungle Book being so good, directed by Jon Favreau, I really expect this to be good. And with the music, with James Earl Jones coming back, they've got a great cast. Seth Rogen, Donald Glover, so many that I cannot wait to see this film.
Number 3.
Moving on to number 3 is How to Train Your Dragon 3, or How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Now, this film is so important to me. I have loved the first 2. They've meant so much to me. Just the character development of Hiccup. I see a lot of myself in him. And How to Train Your Dragon 3 looks even better. The trailer just got my heart skipping a beat, and really nearly got me welling up. It was just so moving, you know, him trying to save Toothless. And even the TV series based on this movie is great, set between How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, and it's so good. It really fills the gap. Wow. And with now his father being gone in the third one, him having to lead the clan, and then just the way they set up the trailer with there were dragons once when I was a boy, and so he's speaking as an adult, and it's just so intriguing. And him and Toothless's relationship is so amazing.
There were dragons when I was a boy. Where they went, only a few know. Our story changed the world forever.
And then Toothless with the light fury, I was almost in tears watching this trailer. It's so good looking, so good, and I so hope this does not disappoint, because this could be one of the best animated trilogy of all times, or the best. It could beat Toy Story for all I care. Now, speaking of Toy Story, let's move on to my honourable mentions. Toy Story 4. You might be thinking, what? Well, Toy Story 3, I didn't like that much, I'm sorry. Maybe I watched it a bit too late, but I love Toy Story 1 and 2. And yes, losing your toys, and yes, that did hit me, but not as much as if everyone was saying it should have. You know, it didn't hit me where it should have. Other honourable mentions is Lego Movie 2. Lego have Zombieland 100, or whatever it's called, the sequel to Zombieland, but is it coming too late? You don't have the Joker. Now this is a DC movie, not set in the DC EU, maybe like Shazam, we're not exactly sure, but it looks, well, we've only seen one tiny bit, and it's interesting. I'm really intrigued by what they're going to do, but it just missed my list. Then you have Kingsman: The Great Game, but apparently this isn't starring Eggsy, it's about Colin Firth, but it could still be great. X-Men: Dark Phoenix and The New Mutants, but with them being pushed back from this year to next year, it's sort of lowered my expectation a bit, even though I'm really looking forward to them. And then you also have a few smaller films like Brightburn, directed by James Gunn, about like a Superman or if he goes evil. 5 feet apart. Yes, it's probably going to be rubbish, but I love those types of films. It's my guilty pleasure. And it was also like Aladdin and Dumbo, but those just couldn't make my list because there's so many awesome looking films next year. And I had to save the last 2 spots for the top 2 most anticipated films ever, and that is of course
Number 2.
And you might surprise this from my number 2. My number 2 is Star Wars Episode 9. You might think, Jordan, you're a huge Star Wars fan. You've done so many videos on Star Wars. How much you love The Last Jedi. But it's only your number 2. Well, yes, because that's because of how much that trailer, Avengers Endgame, got me excited. But enough of that. That's a spoiler, but obviously you all guessed that was going to be it. But let's move on. Episode 9, I cannot wait to see what they do, especially with the unfortunate passing of Carrie Fisher. But they're still bringing it back using maybe like scenes from previous films and editing them slightly. I'm not entirely sure. You've got Mark Hamill coming back, Force Ghost, and we're going to see the conclusion of Rey and Kylo Ren's story, or not the conclusion, at least an end to it before it's continued 20 years down the line when I'm 90.
Number 1.
And then finally, my number 1 is Avengers Endgame. With that trailer, Tony Stark, 4 days. He's run out of food and water for 4 days. You know, it's just got you. It shows the helplessness of the situation. And the end of Avengers Infinity War shocked us all. Now with Endgame coming, this could be so good. And I cannot wait. April 27th cannot come soon enough. This film is going to be amazing. Okay, I cannot wait to see this film. And that has been your WIltshire Ranks. Avengers Endgame is number 1. So what is your top 10 anticipated films of next year? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, thank you for watching. My name's WIltshire. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, do hit that like button or head down to the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest videos. May the Force be with you.